Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is actually day 2, part 2. If you guys want to see part 1, I'll leave a link in the description below and in the comment section below in the first comment. So you guys can find that one. That one had a lot of campaign stuff in it and a lot of general information. And this one's going to have some dungeons and some other stuff and continuation from that video. So if you guys need to go see that one, go see it. You guys have already seen it. Welcome back. Going to kind of fast forward into the next chapter. All right, so we just got to the end of that chapter. It says, the ugly truth of the Dark Elves was now known. Preying on the desperation of the refugees, they had offered two paths. The rich man's path, offering safe passage to Felwyn's Gate, and the poor man's path, leading to the belly of the dragon. Uh-oh. Company blazed ahead to meet the Elven Queen of Aravia, an ancestral ally of Kaerok. Known for her exceptional beauty, she was also a famed mistress of the old magic. So our heroes joined a torrent of hopeful exiles traveling eastward to the promise of sanctuary among the High Elves. Alright, so we got some cool rewards here. We got some brand new stuff. It's a brand new set called Divine Offense. Now, it gives you a 15% attack boost like the other one did, Offense. But the Divine part gives you a 15% HP self-shield for 3 turns. You only need 2 artifacts for that. Pretty cool. So speed substat, crit damage, very nice. Flat HP, not so nice. And then we got resistance, crit damage, and HP percentage. Could be better. Alright, so I'm going to go address 2 things right now. Let's go back. And we'll do campaign level 5 if we can. Now, what happens if you go to a level and you die? You can't progress no more. You're stuck. So I would say that the important thing is to keep getting silver, keep using your energy, keep leveling up your champions. But you're going to want to go in here. Too many offers, Plarium. There's too many offers. So you're going to want to keep leveling up their gear and keep leveling up their level by just winning matches. So you'll get silver, you'll get stuff to sell, and then you can go do Dragon Fight, for example, Fire Knight, Potion Keeps. You can do anything in the game. Anything that's going to give you some levels that you can beat, as long as you can beat it. If you die, just go back a level. You know what I'm saying? You know where you're stuck at. You know where your threshold is that you got to break through. So the only way you're going to break through those is by getting new champions, is by getting better gear, and by leveling them up to higher levels. But like I said before, I don't find that there's very many rares in the game that I would level up to 60, and she's not one of them. So I'd keep her at 50. Like, I would never take her up to 60, so we're going to get more powerful champions than her by far, for sure. Same with the War Priest here. I might stop with her at 40 on this account, anyway. Let's go ahead and collect our rewards. And the other thing I want to talk about was promo codes. So as a new player especially, there's a lot of promo codes out there. Go ahead and see what we can get by entering a couple in. So let's try PC Raid 2022. Expired. Okay, sometimes they're expired. That's okay. My Deliana. Okay, we got 50 brews and some silver. Nice. Okay, so apparently we can only put in 1 promo code per day. So that's okay. Come back, we'll put another one in another day. There's a lot of them. We got Power Starter, Lucky Raid, Queen Deliana, 13 Years Plarium, and Return. Keep on collecting our daily rewards from logging in and staying logged in. Alright, so I need to pull 3 mystery shards. We're going to keep the other 3 for the next daily. The daily quest. Now, hopefully we can get a rare. That'd be very nice. Unfortunately, you can't get void rares. So you can't get a Cold Heart or a Bellower or a Fellhound or somebody like that from these shards. Fortunately. Maybe they'll change that in the future, though. Okay, so we're going to increase the champion's level in the tavern. Let's go ahead and get Satire here. Go ahead and just use these common champions. Alright, that worked. Okay, now we can complete the daily quest for all of them and then claim like the ultimate prize, which is 10 gems, 400 experience, and then 1 day towards this. Level 14, get more gems, more max energy. See, 1 of 5, claim the reward for completing all daily quests 5 times. So after 5 days of this, doing all this stuff, we can get 1 ancient shard. Then after doing it for a whole month, 30 days, we get a void shard and a sacred shard. Pretty cool. Kind of like spaced out over a long period of time, but still pretty cool. I like free stuff. All right, so we have a artifact enhancement event. Okay, so if we upgrade our artifacts, this is the right time to do it. You get up to 6,500 points and get an epic skill book, rare skill book, a bunch of energy, some core hammers. This goes for the forge when you forge gear. Gems, which are very good for all kinds of things. Ancient shard, superior arcane potion. The gems we could use, refill energy, refill tag arena tokens, classic arena tokens, to give masteries to your champions. If you have 800, you could use 900 of them to get 11 ancient shards from the shop. So definitely gems are a very good prize. These experience brews are very good for tournaments where you're leveling champions up, like this champion training event. So again, we got some nice rewards here. It goes up to 12,000, and we have a legendary skill tome. This is how you could tell how you get the points down here at the bottom. Core hammers, like I said, they go for the forge here, which unlocks at level 30. All right, so I would say the thing to do is just keep doing the campaign, the dungeons, until your energy is gone. And right now, there's another place called the Minotaur's Dungeon. Now, this is a place where we can get these skill scrolls. Now, this is going to make the masteries for any of these champions grow. Let's go ahead, and it's going to be random too, which is very unfortunate. Go ahead and see if we can beat level 1 and see if we can get the 3 scrolls here. So let's go ahead and start. 8 energy. I'm going to put on level 2 speed and auto. So the Minotaur is what you beat for scrolls for masteries. It's going to be too difficult, but you never know. All right, you guys see this buff up here? It has a yellow border around it, which means you can't remove it. It's unremovable. So that unremovable buff right there allows them to hit really hard while it's on. It's 3 turns. When you can last through all 3 turns, it'll like give them a broken skull type debuff, which allows you to strong hit on them and do mega damage. All right, there we go. We won. So the scrolls randomly went to War Priest. That's something we could sit there and replay over and over and over again. I wouldn't probably go to the next level based off of our results there. Go ahead and hit replay though. So I'll do Dragon next, and then I'll do some other stuff. Then we'll move on to Arena and Faction Wars. All right, so we just beat the Minotaur a few times. I'm going to show you guys what to do with those mastery books, the scrolls we got. Okay, so there's a token trader. We'll go check that out in a second. We don't have anybody to load. We don't have anybody to level up at the moment. All those guys are in use. All right, so over here in the right tab, it says Masteries. And we can go here now and check it out. It says we got offense, defense, support. And the offense tree, it's going to force you to choose one of these 2 first options. Same for the defense and support trees. Now, how you get down to the bottom is, up to you, but there's certain ways to get there, and there's certain ways that make more sense than others. Like right here, we have the choice between attack and crit rate. Now, most champions are going to take crit rate to get to the 100% crit rate cap. And some champions won't. Some champions are already there or don't need to, and they can choose attack, or might choose like that for bomb reasons or something. Bombs in the game go off of your attack rating and not your crit rate, so they don't crit. You don't need crit rating for that, so might make sense to use attack only for there. For Aethel here, we're going to go with crit rate. I'm going to take 5 scrolls for that, and then we'll have to choose a second one now. We could choose to go with support and get the accuracy, HP, or we could do defense and get defense or resistance. Now, again, it kind of dictates where you go. Okay, so when I choose crit rate, it grays out attack. And basically, I can only choose another option on the tier below it that is touching the option above it. Some degree, either directly or diagonally. That means we're locked out of getting Heart of Glory, increases damage inflicted by 5% when attacking with full HP. We just can't get that unless we choose this option here. That's untrue though. You'll see later when we can unlock this, we'll actually get two options. So if we unlocked this option here, which is crit damage, Keen Strike, goes up by 10%, it's touching Heart of Glory, and that'll allow us to unlock that one. And that's how these work. So you get 1 and 1 for every single tier down to the 5th tier here. And then you only get 1 6th tier period across the whole board. So we get 1 of each, no matter which one we pick. Now you can only choose 2 of these to go with. You can't choose defense, support, and offense. You have to choose offense, defense, or offense and support, or defense and support, or, you know, however that goes. That's your options there. So we do have the option of choosing another one though. So we can pick 2. Now, for the arena, typically, I would say defense is the tree that you go down for arena most of the time. You go here, you can get crit damage reduction, damage reduction. And here you get AoE damage reduction. So it's up to you whether you want AoE or you want crit damage. Typically, crit damage is what you would go for, maybe possibly in the arena. If you don't want to get as much damage taken versus, you know, from crits. AoEs, this is, you know, bosses. Tons of people do AoE, so that works in the arena as well. You get the defense boost here versus the resistance boost here. And again, you have to choose. So a lot of people go straight defense. And then they go down here to blast proof, here to resurgent, here to delayed death, and then over here to retribution, and then get 2 in all of these. So we could go down like here, 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 here. Now here's where you get a tricky option down at the very bottom of offense. You have the option of getting War Master, which does damage based off 4% of the target's max HP when attacking bosses. Okay, 4%. Or over here, 3%, but this can go off multiple times. So Aethel can attack 3 times. That means possibly, potentially, I could hit that for 9%. 3, 3, 3. Then over here, I'd only be able to hit for 4. Because it would go off of 1 attack. Once it did it, it'd be done. So you typically pick War Master for your single target attack guys, and you pick Giant Slayer for the ones that hit multiple times. Now, if you don't want to hit for boss damage, because that's not like the best thing for the arena, we can go with Helm Smasher here, which ignores an additional 25% of a target's defense. Very good for the arena. Or Flawless Execution, crit damage plus 20%. So all these are viable options. They all kind of have their own uses. Like I'd use this for the arena, this for the arena, and this for bosses, basically, depending on what type of champion is using it. So for Aethel, we'll probably pick Giant Slayer. She will be needed for the arena, but at the same time, I'm probably not going to keep her as my arena nuker for very long, so I'd probably prefer to use her longevity-wise as a champion to use for Fire Knight. So I'm going to take Giant Slayer for Fire Knight purposes when we get there, and then I could probably use her for Clan Boss too. Now that's something you're going to want to do that I'm not going to do right now, is get into a clan immediately and start getting your Clan Boss rewards. Use your Clan Boss keys. You get 2 to start with. I have 2 right now. And then once you use one, you have like 6 hours to regenerate one. So you get like basically 4 a day. Okay, let's go to the dungeon. Go over to the Dragon's Lair. Let's start getting some speed gear if we can. Let's start with level 1. Here we go. Aethel, War Priest, Crusader, Sniper, and Satire. This is magic affinity. So magic versus magic is kind of neutral. It doesn't really do anything weak or strong. It's just neutral. Same with the voids. The voids are neutral with everybody, whereas magic has to be neutral with magic only, and then like, you know, it's going to be a strong affinity if it's force, and it's going to be a weak affinity if it's spirit. All right, so this boss drops a lot of poisons. Basically, if you can survive that, and you can survive when he goes up, if you can hit him while he's up there in the air, You can knock him down, take off that little shield or whatever it is. He won't come down and do his like big attack. But you want to prevent that from happening because it does hit kind of hard, and it depends on what level you are, obviously. But we got a speed helmet, our very first set of speed gear. Very cool. So as soon as we get 2 artifacts per set here, we're going to go ahead and set on that on somebody. I'll probably put that on Aethel to go along with her lifesteal set. So lifesteal plus speed for her, I think, is the best choice at the moment. And what I would say is we're looking for that speed substat on all this speed gear. We want that speed, especially the speed boots as a main stat, because you can get speed as a main stat, but only on the boots. So we want speed, 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 speed kills. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Okay, so we beat that one pretty easily. Let's go ahead and go on to stage 2 over here and see if we could beat this dragon. Now, if we can't, we can always drop back down to stage 1 and complete it there. Going through the waves pretty easy. We're level 17, 18, 19, 14. So these are level 9s. We technically should be able to beat them, but it's that dragon we got to worry about, not the waves. Later on, the waves get pretty deadly, and we got to worry about those too. But right now, I mean, with the level discrepancies, we should be able to beat it just fine. And what we're looking for here is that big win right here on this dragon, and give us some speed gear with speed substats. And the better the gear, the better the options for the speed. So basically, if you have an uncommon piece and it has speed as a substat, you could probably upgrade that 1 time. If you have a rare piece, you can upgrade that 2 times. And there's that purple shield I was talking about. If you have an epic piece, you can upgrade it possibly 3 times, potentially up to 3 times. And then a legendary piece, you could do it all 4. So that would be absolutely amazing. That tends to happen very rarely. I would say that I don't even have like 1+4 speed artifact. Not yet, anyways. It's very, very rare. So if you do get one, do something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You're very lucky. Go to get a lottery ticket. Head to Vegas. All right. So we got dazed boots, defense percentage. I'm at the point right now where beggars can't be choosers. We'll just kind of collect everything that we can kind of get. That fight was very close to being lost. So I would say that right now my cap is kind of Dragon Stage 2. Now, for the moment, while we're leveling up and getting some more silver to level up our gear and get it higher, I think I'll just farm Stage 2 for a little bit. And we'll move on to Stage 3 at some other time. Go ahead and cut the video there. This video is getting kind of long. I might actually break this up into 2 parts like I did the last one. We're going to have Day 2, Part 1, Day 2, Part 2. And then we'll move on to Day 3 next. I think I'll push the arena stuff into Day 3. My bad about that. I thought we'd be getting into it into Day 2, but this is way too much information to get that far. Now, I recommend going in there, and if you could find people that you can match up against and you could beat, go ahead and beat them. Use your tokens. But we'll get into that whole thing into the next video. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys take it easy. Peace.